Hey, what's up, nerds? Today we're going to talk about one of the greatest creature cards from Alpha. Absolutely the best uncommon creature, in my opinion, who has gone the way of power creep.
You're a crumb creep. I want to fight you.
But still holds a place in this old man's heart.
You are about to participate in a great adventure.
If you had a dark ritual in your hand and you had this creature, on turn 1, you could play a 2/2 flyer that forced your opponent to discard a card if this creature damaged them. Now that was a lot for the early days of Magic.
That's too much, man!
Not so much after power creep has squashed everything into, my creature card has to have an instant effect when it lands on the table. But in 93, 94, 95, this card struck fear in the hearts of your opponent. Of course, I'm talking about the Hypnotic Spectre. And here it is in all its glory with this beautiful Douglas Schuler art. I absolutely love it. I know it's not what people expect these days, but look at this thing. Its red eyes, the shiny armor that looks like it might as well be empty. And in the flavor text, a quote from a poem by Samuel Taylor Coleridge. If you remember me talking about the Scathed Zombies at all, that card also has a quote from Coleridge from the Rime of the Ancient Mariner. So I'm a big fan of this. There was no trace of aught in that illumined face. Think about it. This thing is coming at you. You can't really see anything. You don't know what's going on. And you drop a card. Forcing someone to discard a card is the closest thing in my mind to madness that you could experience in a Magic game. Something that's creating some mental distress. It's been reprinted several times over the years, mostly with the Douglas Schuler art. There's also some other art by Greg Staples, but this makes the Spectre just kind of look like some sort of dragon or drake with a rider on the back. It doesn't quite have the same punch as this strange armored ghost creature coming at you. And while it's been reprinted many times over the years, especially through Magic 10, it's kind of faded from competitive play unless you're playing old school or some vintage or legacy or whatever. You make your old school cube. Mostly because, like I said, power creep has crushed cards like this. You got to expect your creatures to land on the table with some sort of extra ability that triggers immediately when it comes into play. Magic is a lot faster because of this power creep. But in a day where the Dark Ritual hit the table and the Hypnotic Spectre came soon after it, and if you were really, really lucky, you also drew another Dark Ritual and had a Hymn to Turok in your hand, well, your opponent might as well have just punted. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, which I did find this kind of strange. The Hypnotic Spectre was originally an uncommon card, and it eventually found its way into a rare slot. And I'm not saying that contributed to it not being used in the game more because, power creep did that. But it is one of those strange things. It is one of the most valuable uncommon cards from Alpha or Beta. And, then it worked its way into the rare slot. And if you want an old school version with the Douglas Schuler art and the Coleridge quote, and you want to avoid Magic 30, then you could probably pick one up from Unlimited Revised, or even 4th edition still have the quote on it. Anyway, I love this card. I love the old hippie, as he was called. And I miss that era of Magic. Of course, that's me being old. I did just have that birthday, and get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn!
That's what I got. I love the Spectre. I love old school Magic. And I love talking about this game with you guys. Take care out there. Be awesome to each other. We'll see you soon.